Good afternoon, welcome to the allotment. As you can see, we're having a little cooking session. Got some pancetta and new potatoes from off the plot, and got a little board prepared with some vegetables that we've just picked. Some spring onions from just down there. Just quickly chop the whites off, not too thin. We're going to use those greens in a minute. They can go in with those. There's already a bit of garlic in there as well, which is all frying down. And we'll just get a bit of courgette, chuck that in. Ooh. Get that tossing through. It's starting to brown up lovely now. And handy little tool. Scrape those brown bits of flavour. And we'll leave that for a minute. And we'll go and have a quick pop around the plot. Go and have a look, see what's going on. As you can see, spring onions, they're doing alright. They're in the pan. Our regular onions, they're doing alright as well. There's strawberries up on the plant as well behind Simon. That's looking all good. Sage and thyme paste, I'll show you that in a minute. Tomatoes in the greenhouse, they are looking absolutely superb. Unfortunately, they're needing to be watered every single day, which is time consuming, but they're looking alright. And even the marigolds are growing well. Got a few peppers on the go already, some jalapeno, some cayenne peppers as well. They're doing well. So I've kind of have a quick look over here. Climbing French doing really well. Cabbages are doing awful, so we're going to take them out, put lettuces in instead. Brussels sprouts have come back from death, well, near death anyway. Runner beans are looking good, but they need to be watered pretty much every day as well. Broad beans, not so good. The first batch has pretty much died out. We've got a few that we're going to chuck in the pan in a minute, but they're starting to die down a bit. But the second batch is just starting to come through, which is nice. Now, sweet corn is looking absolutely magnificent. Can't grumble about that. Rhubarb patch, as you can see, it is disastrous. We keep meaning to do it, but we haven't quite got round to it yet. Our second batch of potatoes is doing well. Again, another batch of French, primary French doing well. Cabbages are looking great. Got a few first earlies left, and hopefully we've timed that just right so that we haven't burnt anything. That's delightful there. Nice crispy bits in the bottom now. We're going to start to mix them in. And we've got a few other ingredients just to chuck in, but they are looking superb. Now, let's get those crispy bits in. Alright, that can go back on the pan. Now, what else we're going to chuck in? We've got some broad beans. We've already put those through a bit of water. Warm water, and then taking the outside shells off so that they're not too tough. Got a nice fresh bit of thyme. There's a way of doing this. Every time I do it, I get it wrong, so just pick the leaves off, it doesn't matter. Not too much, but enough. That's going to be delightful. That's done. I've got a bit of sage, again. Not too much because it's quite a pungent little herb. So now our old mate S&P, the salt and the pepper. We won't show you where they've come from. Let's just say, ain't that great. Salt, pepper, that's enough salt. Plenty of black pepper. Another little toss. Looking good. The board's going in as well. They really need to be heated through. They're already cooked. Now just while we let that do what that's doing for a minute, just because we've got these nice little tips left, we go on a nice little fine dice. We want the green really, because there's a lot of flavour in that. But if you chop it nice and small like that. Just chuck it in with salads and stuff. It's not so harsh on the old palate. Nice bit of colour. Nice one. I'd say that's pretty much cooked. And what we're going to do is we're going to serve that. A couple of nice crusty rolls. I would like to say I prepared these earlier, but I did not. But I think that's done. It's hot. Nice little scrape up, get rid of those last little bits up. Steak. Got a bit of time to run. That's done. Just because I'm a bit of a tart. Extra little drizzle of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, only a little bit, just adds a little bit more pepperiness. I'd say that's it. So have a little taste. That's delightful. Hot. But delightful.